Expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14.
Let's go. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off
the sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington Commanders. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Harris running straight ahead, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. He'll drop to throw. There's some space here. And this turns into a nice gain with a slot at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Tommy Tremble, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The linebacker, Ronald Spillane, making a big play.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both are good yards.
Probably not how they drew that up. Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return is Cohen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And again, he's going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Running out of the gun with White. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play.
And first round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want to catch the football first.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Here we go, set.
On first down, Tagovailoa. The slant connects with Davante Adams. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams from 10 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Hey, check that, street.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly. And that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the foot.
Touchdown! Najee Harris with touchdown number 20 on the air. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Tackle made by Chase Young.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action, now it's Tua. That's caught by Waller out left. Now the ball comes loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Now the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. Oh, now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. So problems compounding the... return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down, but they're set up well now.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Najee Harris. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua over the middle, complete. It's Adams. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here comes Cohen. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his target, Harris. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point safely through, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Tua sets up to pass it. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Tua. It's caught. This is White. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Looking for White on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And just know when that play call came in as
pass to 3rd and inches. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2 now on first down. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Jacobs. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 now, 3rd and goal. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Miller. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Santos' kick is up and through. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now left side on the swing pass. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Swings this out for Hunt. And he's got room. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play.
And a loose football, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather, of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard.
He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Buffalo 18. Nothing 19.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
7 Pirates. 19 right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, and when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. He'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Tommy Tremble, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Kenneth Murray, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And some room to run now. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And his pass incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On 2nd and 10, Tua looking for White on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Tua going to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defense is counting. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Commanders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But based on the last 2 play calls we just witnessed, the word conservative is not in their playbook. Incomplete, and then they decide to throw deep from this point on the field. That's a team that's really getting after it.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. He's got a man, it's Sutton, that's complete. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Back to throw again. Eluding the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
They'll set up to throw.
That's swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown, Washington. Najee Harris from 8 yards out. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Buried by multiple multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
On play action, they'll throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Max Crosby in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner.
And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've got a lot of turnovers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Tua sets up to pass it. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, A loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Justin Matabike there to bring him down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 30 on second down. Tua looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes when you get so many problems out of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Here's Tua. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking for White on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lost one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Open man is Miller. He's got him. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Got him, and it's a fumble. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One final try for Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Commanders,
the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You You ain't never been to a shore like this. I'ma give you something to remember.